Well, Master Rangeman Chris Lewis, as usual, has got a very big book of drives at Gloucester Park on Friday night. And Chris, we start off in race 1 with horse number 1. And it's an interesting horse, lightly raced, but he's always shown a lot of promise. And I refer to Carte Blanche.
Yeah, no, he's a nice little horse, and he's had his problems over the time, and probably gets his chance tonight, I think.
Have they been leg problems in the main?
In the main, yeah, he had a shoulder injury when he was at another stable early in his career, and then he had a leg injury, and now he's pretty well back on track. Everything holds together, will be good.
And from Barrier 1, race 1, the plan will be to lead all the way, Chris.
Yeah, look, it looks a suitable race, and I think he's got good gate speed, so I would think we'll hold up, and he should give a good sight.
In the race 2, ruling gold in a mobile race. He's done a lot of racing recently in stands, nicely drawn at Barrier 2.
Yeah, look, he's going quite well, ruling gold. Obviously, he's better suited to stands, but he has one in mobiles, so 2 won't hit him. Hopefully he can get a nice run.
Talking about 2, you go to Barrier 9 in race 3 with Johnny Fox, but he's grown a leg with 2 brilliant wins at his last 2 starts. Chris, why has he jumped out of the ground so well?
Well, I think 2 reasons. Probably Ross has changed his regime, and that's suited, and we've just driven him a bit different because he's just been dropping out and finishing on. So he's had a pretty easy time early in races, and that seems to suit him at this point in time.
The 25-36 metres would be right up his alley, I should imagine.
Well, particularly seeing we drew wide, it's going to help us.
Yes. We go down further to Shadow Magic in the WA Derby Prelude, and by golly, I was very impressed with this Barry Howlett trained youngster having his first start for 9 months at Bunbury last Saturday night, and he put in a wonderful performance.
Yeah, he went very good. Look, he's very inexperienced, so it'll be really the testing time for him coming into this sort of race. Is quite a step up in class.
Do you think that he could improve and become a Derby prospect in about 3.5 weeks' time?
It's a big ask, but who knows? We'll see. We'll know more after Friday night.
We will indeed. Then we go down to Sheer Rock and Roll, one of your favourites in the stables of Ross Oliveri, and she in the random barrier draw unfortunately has drawn a bit awkwardly out at Barrier 6 with Chicago Bull inside of you at Barrier 4.
Makes life difficult, doesn't it? Look, she went terrific last Friday. I was very impressed with her. But look, it's probably just going to be too hard from that barrier particularly, but I expected her to run a good race and be finishing on.
No rest for the wicked, Chris. You're down to drive a horse-drawn Barrier 9 in the Fillies Western Crown. Lady Velasca for Annie Belton.
Yeah, I don't know much about this horse, but I know something about 9 Barrier, and it's probably not good. So it makes it's going to be difficult for that horse, I would think. Yeah, we'll be probably heading for shortcuts.
And you might be heading for shortcuts in the 2-year-old Colton Geldy's Western Crown, because you drive Shedak for Justin Prentice, and he's drawn out very wide. And Shedak looked a fraction disappointing earlier tonight, this Tuesday afternoon.
Yeah, look, I think he's just inexperienced green. Did finish on, which was a good thing about it. Obviously, the barrier draw is not going to help us one iota, and he probably just needs more experience.
See Me Smile, one of the stable runners, and she's drawn at Barrier 7. That's not going to help her all that much.
No, I think we got Rockin' the Boys in this one.
Oh, yes, Rockin' the Boys.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'll be taking that.
Yes, you will, yes, because she's drawn Barrier 6.
Yeah, look. Yeah, we'll just come out the gate with her and see where we can lop. She might even hit the front, who knows.
She did it tough last Friday night, and she was gallant in defeat in running second to a very heavily backed favourite.
Yeah, look, she's running very consistently, and I'd expect another nice run.
That's race 9 on Friday night. I think you're going to be sitting back relaxing with a coffee by race 10, Chris.
I'll be going home, yeah. No, we've got an early minute, so we'll take that.
So a very busy night for you, Chris Lewis, on Friday night at Gloucester Park. all the best of luck.
Thanks very much.